Yellow. So for today's video, I kind of want to make it a little different. I am kind of curious to see everyone else's feelings on this. And I was going to talk about pretty much the stigma of college and some things I've noticed. And I also want to get other people's opinion on it because I'm actually genuinely curious. And other generations' opinion, right? Maybe my generation's opinion or my opinion is different than other people's. So I have noticed that people think that they are better than others because they have a college degree. And that's usually the people, obviously, that have the degrees, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of degree. I just think that people have this, I don't know if it's like an arrogance or what it is, but I just think that they have this aura of yeah, I got this college degree, I'm better than you, right? And I don't think that's right. To me, I think that no matter if you went to 10 years of college, 20 years of college, or just graduated high school, or maybe didn't even graduate high school, I think everyone should be treated the exact same, right? Everyone should be treated with the same respect and the same, right? Just treated the same. I don't think we're all people, right? I don't think having a college degree makes you any better or any worse than anyone else, right? So that was the one thing that I kind of wanted to get other people's feedback to see if how you've seen this. I know I've seen it and here's a perfect example. I'll be at a real estate meeting and I'm talking to someone about real estate stuff, right? And we're going back and forth, having a great conversation, and then somehow they bring up they're an engineer or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I say that I'm an engineer too, and I can tell right away that they automatically start treating me with a different sort of respect and different sort of attitude. And I think that's really messed up, right? Because to me, you were talking to me pretty much I was a dumb jackass up until I told you I was an engineer, right? And then, I don't know, to me, that really bothers me, a lot, a lot. But anyway, so that's one thing. And the other thing, I think that kind of goes along with the first thing. Everyone has this thing about college being so hard and so difficult. And I mean, it is hard. It is hard. It is challenging. It sucks. It's terrible, right? You got to study your ass off and you got to do all this shit, and it's terrible. But at the end of the day, I think anyone's able to do it, right? No matter, people say that, oh, I can't go to college because I'm stupid. Well, that's why you can't go to college, is because you've told yourself you're stupid, right? I think anyone can go and be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, whatever you want to be. If you want to do that route, all you got to have is just the will and the want and the motivation to do it, right? So that's kind of another thing. And I think another thing that I also noticed was people that get college degrees, they think that they deserve a certain position. They think that they deserve to have a certain title, a certain this or a certain that. And to me, that bothers me also, right? Because at the end of the day, I think the thing that a college degree proves is how not lazy you are, maybe, and how motivated you are, right? And it's not even a lazy thing. You can't even really call it that, right? So maybe scratch that. Because there's people that haven't gone to college and they're way not lazier than other people. So I'm just curious. Because the way I see it, I've met engineers that are shitty fucking engineers, right? And they could have a doctorate degree, they can have all the degrees in the world, but they're still a shitty engineer. Same thing with a doctor, same thing with a lawyer, same thing with every profession, right? Just because you went to college, and I mean, let's call it how it is. You went to college, you memorized some shit, you took a test, you got a grade, you got a piece of paper proving that you sat there for 5, 10, whatever amount of years, and you were able to read the book, right? And then take a test and pass the test. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm just curious to see other people's perspective on it. Because it's something that's kind of been bothering me. And I think it's more like other older generations that have that stigma about college, more than like maybe my generation. But I think there's still people in my generation that feel the same way. And I think the biggest thing is when you have a conversation like this with a person that did go to college, they will defend college like to the death because they will not, I don't know how else to say it, but they get their feelings hurt, right? Because, oh, I went to college and like, oh, right? So I'm just curious what other people think. So drop a comment. Let me know if you've kind of noticed the same like stigma around people that have college degrees, or people telling other people to get college degrees because they think you'll be better, or maybe you'll have more opportunity, where I don't really think that's the case. I think you make your own opportunities. You go through your own doors. You make everything happen for yourself, right? You know, opportunity does knock on the door. You knock on the door of opportunity. And if there isn't a door there to knock on, then you build a damn door to knock on, right? So just curious. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think.